Hey guys, Bicebomb here, bringing you another Sanctum of Domination playthrough guide. Today we're taking a look at Fatescribe Roh-Kalo as the Unholy Death Knight. I'm running the normal raiding build, opting up to pick up Clone Shadows due to the intermittent ad cleave on this boss. Also, Clone Shadows is just such a nice utility, so I kind of opt to go on Clone Shadows as soon as it's kind of becomes relevant to use it. For my legendary, it's Deadliest Coil, and then I'm running the Airmere Soulbind. I think I would always recommend running Airmere here, even though possibly Marileth would sim higher, just because of the ad cleave. Airmere just gains so much value as soon as you get those intermittent ads where you can stack up the crit quickly. Anyway, let's just jump straight into it, and I'll add commentary on top. We initiate this fight by using army on pull. We intend to use 2 armies, one on pull and another with lost in the final phase. The main concern when it comes to cooldowns here is using your Blight and DT combo properly for the ads. You will see in my case, the tank would just soak the first ad, but that doesn't always happen. So if your guild does spawn the ads, what you want to do is use your Blight and DT combo for when those ads spawns. To do that properly, you use Blight and DT right before the ad dies, and then as soon as the small ad spawn, you pop down Deafening K, and then you go ham by just spamming Clone Shadows, and that will leverage your cleave as much as possible. You can see here, my Blight and DT are coming up. This would have been roughly when the ad dies. You might want to hold them for 2-3 seconds, something like that. I wasn't quite ready for that to happen. You can see me jumping away to see start hitting the ad, but that's fine. So you can see I get buff here. So what I'm going to start doing is just make sure that if the person that's assigned to this outer ring doesn't get her, I will sort it out. So you can see that I does do a bit of a round trip. I look out, make sure that we don't need 2 people in that. If the final destination would have been on the other side of the boss, we might have wanted to do counterclockwise. Yeah, counterclockwise, and then that would have helped. So I just made sure I was ready for it. I sacrificed some DPS because I can't hit these ads, but that's kind of fine. It's much more important that you ensure that the runes are dealt with properly. If you feel a bit insecure about doing that though, do make sure to follow your raid lead's calls. But I always felt like, it's better for me to take the matter in my own hands. The worst thing that happens is that I lose some ad damage and just leave it out for whoever was assigned to it, And I feel like that's a vastly better alternative. Right, when it comes to limb, you can choose to not use it on pull. Especially if you spawn the first couple of ads, saving limb would result in much more overall damage. It's a bit of a pad, but still, if you want to pass high, save limb for the first set of ads if you spawn them. Luckily for me, we didn't spawn them, so my choice was the right one, even though I did it unintentionally. So there's that. Anyway, again, my cooldowns will align quite nicely. He's going to run away, spawn the ad comes in, dies, and then I'm going to use my Blight and DT combo for the smaller ads. I swap over, and then as the ad hits like 30%, I'm going to use my cooldowns. I pop up Apocalypse earlier because I don't want to have to... If I don't pop Apocalypse, I'm going to have to wait until after my Deafening K window to use it, so it's much better to use it before. Otherwise you start getting desyncing. You can see, as I talked about, use my cooldowns, pop down Deafening K, and just spam Clone Shadows. And that's the optimal way of doing that specific ad cleave. Alright, we have the second intermission here. I don't get the buffer, so I'm just going to hit the monstrosity. And as soon as they get together, I'm going to pop down Deafening K and leverage my cleave. There we go, Deafening K and then Clone Shadows. I am wary that as we pull the boss here, we're going to use Lost. So, Blight and Dark Transformation, I opt to hold them here for a couple seconds so I can use them with my army. The ads are dying as well, they wouldn't have gained too much value, so I definitely felt like that was the proper call in that situation. Now we're just waiting for the team to finish off the runes. A bit. Oh, there we go. Lovely. Right. So we do army. And here we want to wait a couple seconds and then we use our combo. So it's always important to use army, and then a couple of GCDs later we use the Blight TT and all of that. Boss is hitting below 35%. I could have used my first Soul Reaper much earlier, so misplay by me. But he's just being destroyed here, so focusing on killing him. Luckily for my pass here, we get another tank ad. So you can see me, I'm going to be able to leverage a ton of cleave the last couple of seconds here. We don't need to kill the ads. This is only for the pass. But you know, why not? Ad is dropping. I'm preparing. I am going to, as soon as it dies, pop down my definitely K. And my cooldowns fits perfectly. Limb comes down. Definitely K now. And then the Clone Shadows cleave. And that's it. Boss is dead. As I mentioned, main portion here is leveraging your cleave on the ads to get a good pass. It doesn't matter too much if you're progressing. Don't worry too much about it. But otherwise, make sure you use your cooldowns properly to get as much ad damage as possible. Anyway, that was everything I had for you today. I hope you appreciate this video. Do leave a comment down below if you have any questions or anything to say. You can always find me on the Acros Discord. Leave an upvote, downvote, consider subscribing, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you very much for watching, and stay tuned for more content. Thank you.